Jeff Slauson here from 19 News Now at the 19 News digital desk, bringing you some breaking news here before our news kicks off at our 3 o'clock hour. We have reports of a person that was stabbed, this at a medical facility in Maple Heights. I want to just show you really quickly before we get to my colleague Brittany Weir where this is on a map here, just so people that are familiar with this, off of Southgate Park Boulevard. You can see that it's a pretty large subdivision area. We're obviously not on the ground. That's why we have our reporters in the field, and of course that brings us to Brittany Weir. Brittany, you got there probably about 2 minutes ago. Any information you have is greatly appreciated, so I'll kind of toss to you from there, but I know it's limited.
Yeah, limited information right now, nothing confirmed by police, but there is a heavy police presence here at this shopping plaza, or here on Southgate Park Boulevard in Maple Heights. You can see there's multiple police cars, about 4 right here at the facility. Again, nothing confirmed by police, but we did call the facility here. We called Signature Health, and someone who answered the phone told us that somebody has been stabbed. Again, this is not confirmed by police, but someone who answered the phone here at the health center did tell us that there was a stabbing. Now, again, still police cars out here. We've seen some police in the front lobby of this plaza here, still talking to those inside. We're still trying to figure out what's going on, but again, that information is limited. But once we learn more, we will bring you those updates. Again, this is at Southgate Park Boulevard here in Maple Heights. Reporting live, Brittany Weir, 19 News.
Hey, Brittany, before I do let you go here, I just wanted to ask how much action has been going on from the front door there? Are a lot of officers walking in and out, or does it feel like a pretty stagnant scene?
It's been pretty stagnant, but just in the past 30 seconds or so, we've seen a couple police officers actually exiting the facility, getting in their cars, and they're starting to actually leave the facility right now. But that's the most movement we've seen since I've gotten here. And again, I've been here for about 5-10 minutes or so, so been pretty quiet. But again, if that changes, we will keep you guys updated.
All right, Brittany, thank you so much. We'll let you continue back to your work. We are going to leave this shot up, however, so obviously you guys continue doing what you got to do. This is how we handle it here with the digital streams. Brittany Weir, thank you so much. Now, you heard Brittany mention she just got on scene, so things can change very quickly here. The things we like to look out for, especially when we are watching a scene that looks like this, is crime tape, certain areas, potentially where we would see some sort of evidence markers placed. It does seem like, as Brittany alluded to and as she was showing, most of the attention is going to inside of that building there. You could see there were some cars on the right-hand side. There was an officer's car, I believe, on the left as well, but that seems to be gone. So quite a bit of movement has started to stall, but of course we're going to stay up to date on this and bring you the latest as soon as possible. Police were called to this facility. It was about 1:20 when they responded to it. This specific area, they do outpatient services for mental health and addiction recovery. At this time, so as of right now, it's not clear what potentially led up to this. There was a person who answered the phone, at the facility, and they confirmed that a person was stabbed there. But we don't have anything additional in that. We are waiting for official police release or some sort of update from them. But of course, we have our crew that is on the scene there. So here's what I'm going to do. We're going to leave this up for you. Again, you're going to just see this as it unfolds. Brittany Weir is on the scene. She will, of course, be making her appearance on 19 News starting at 3 o'clock. So we're going to kind of tune in and out with that. But what we'll do is we'll kind of watch this scene together. When things start to change, when things start to unfold, I'll, of course, break in here. If Brittany learns any other information, we'll be able to learn that as well. But you can see one officer arriving from the police car there of Maple Heights. If they start to roll out, there's really not much of an active scene out on the street there. You see 1, 2, I think those are the only 2 cruisers that are left. And yeah, it does seem so. As our photojournalist pans out a little bit. Or zooms out, excuse me. So yeah, we will keep this shot up. We'll keep this up for a bit. Just kind of waiting to see if anything changes or if there are any updates. But as of right now, very limited information coming out of this medical facility in Maple Heights. Again, this is a medical facility that specializes in outpatient services for mental health and addiction recovery. But this is going to take some time to unfold, and of course this is going to take some time for us to get some updates on it. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to leave the shot up for a bit. Anything changes, we'll drop in, we'll explain, we'll walk through things together. But as of right now, it's just this stagnant shot of that building that is 21100 Southgate. And you can see right there as they zoom in, there's an officer speaking to somebody right at the opening there. If this was an active scene, it would look vastly different. You would see caution tape up there. Brittany and our photojournalists would not be allowed to be that close. it would just be different. So you can tell that it is a closed scene. If there was a suspect at large, that is something that they typically would want to inform us of far earlier on. But of course, cannot discount anything until we get that official update from police. All right, seems to be a detective arriving on scene now. These are all things that we would see typically on this. What you'll have is first responders coming, that is your immediate response from police, from EMS, things like that. And then the investigation begins, so that's when they would bring in someone like a detective, who you potentially just saw there. They typically are in unmarked cars, walking up and then examining the scene there. Again, if this was more than just a small, not small incident as far as actual, what happened, but in scale, you would see a far larger presence from police out on the scene, especially because the police response started at about 1:20, so it's only an hour and a half since that initial point. So clearly they've been able to maintain and clean the scene without having to zone off the entire building, as we see more people leaving. Someone seems to be leaving in quite a hurry there. But again, for those that are just joining, for those that just jumped onto our digital stream here, Jeff Slauson covering the latest as far as a person who's been stabbed at a medical facility in Maple Heights. According to police, there was a response to Signature Health. That is the building that you're seeing right there, 21100 Southgate Park Boulevard. That call came in at about 1 o'clock, 1:20 earlier today. This was an emergency situation to the outpatient services area, this specifically for mental health and for addiction recovery. At this time, it's not clear what potentially led up to the situation, as we see more and more people leaving the building. But a person did answer the phone at the facility and confirmed that a person was stabbed. We are awaiting more information from Maple Heights Police, as you see more and more people being either let out of the building or leaving on their own accord. We've seen that officer, I believe, walk in and out quite a few times. Since our crew has been on the ground there, they saw some cruisers leaving. If this officer now leaves as well, that'll show you again the state of what's been going on there, or at least the status of the crime scene as more cars start to leave.
Get stabbed like dead?
We don't know.
Oh.
Nothing confirmed.
So I'm gonna take it all those people were either in lockdown or
Yeah,
witnesses.
and it looks like they just let them out, and now he's locked the front door.
sign is in the window, but those people are where is that where it happened? Getting ready to shoot my my annual shot of people surfing in at Edgewater. You know, they play that stupid song "No Surfing in Cleveland, USA."
Hey.
Right to the voicemail. You're trying to- All right, so what do you got? All I got is police leaving, and then all of a sudden they had the people, a bunch of people that were in there probably either witnesses or they're on lockdown, all like skedaddled like cockroaches with the lights on. They went out that fast. They wouldn't on cameras. It looks like they locked the door. So they must have come in. No media. So what do you know? Oh, really? So,
Yes. Mic check. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, no, it's not on.
Am I good?
Make sure
Mic
that's
check.
on.
Let's see. 1, 2. This is on, but the battery.
I mean, I got as much as I could get out of Well, yeah, I mean, I doubt if anyone here is that phone. So, just so you know, I need to get off. Okay. Well, you know what time it is. So you want me to stick around until 9 seconds?
All right. Mic check. We're ready. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Perfect. Okay.
Do another live hit.
Yeah. Always, always, always.
I don't know if it's confirmed. The guys at Metro did not.
The guys at what?
The doctor that got stabbed here. They said Metro not doing too good.
Oh.
Not confirmed.
Yes, but oh. Oh.
All right, back up, Bridget.
Sorry.
Right there. I can take a step this way. Keep going.
So we're going to tune in here to Brittany Weir's appearance on 19 News. We have not had any more updates since that last time. We've not seen any more updates since that last one either, but of course we will bring you the latest from Brittany, and potentially she has more information.
We've learned that there has been a heavy police presence here this afternoon. There was about 5 or 6 police cars here, but most of them have left, but so far still 2 out here. A lot of people have been exiting the facility in the last 5 minutes. We've seen police escorting these people out. Now, we do know that when we called the facility earlier here, Signature Health, it's on Southgate Park Boulevard, we called, somebody picked up the phone and told us that someone inside had been stabbed. Now, again, that is not from police, that is not confirmed from officials, but someone that we called on the phone here at Signature Health did tell us that someone has been stabbed inside the facility. You can see some police officers exiting the building right now. We've seen officers going in and out of the building for the past 30 minutes or so. But again, they did escort all the other nurses and patients here out of the facility. They got in their cars and quickly left. Now, we're still working to gather more details and more information. And once we do, we will bring you those updates on air and online. But again, this is at Signature Health in Maple Heights. Reporting live, Brittany Weir, 19 News.
All right, and that is the latest there from Brittany Weir. Of course, we'll have much more on this. We'll leave the shot up here, but we don't have much more, so we will have much more on this on 19 News. We're going to leave this up for a bit, see if there are any more updates, and of course, if there are any updates to the media, as we see an officer and a detective walking toward the camera. Let's listen in.
Soundbite? Huh?
Yeah, I'll give you a quick soundbite.
They're about to talk right now. All right, so we're going to leave this up, of course.
Todd.
Get the latest.
Same thing, put a microphone on you. Thanks.
Put all these things in my pocket, make my hips look big. What are you guys trying to do to me, huh?
Luckily, we're shooting down that far.
It's all good. Yeah, you want Todd Hansen, Toddhansen. I'm Chief of Police here for Maple Heights. About 1:20 today, we got a call of an incident going on at Signature Health behind me. The short version of the story is that one of the clients who was here being treated was in a room with one of the caregivers. At some point during them being in this room by themselves, the patient stabbed the worker here, and the worker ran out, and client chased him down the hall. Security from inside was able to stop the further attack. He did get stabbed multiple times, though. That worker was taken to the hospital. He's being treated as we speak. We don't know what his status is right now. We did arrest the suspect in the case, and Signature Health will be closed at least for the next couple of days for sure, according to the boss inside. So we ask that anybody that would be coming up here, they are working on schedule changes, and for any of the clients that would need medication or any further treatment from here. But beyond that, they asked that they respect the privacy, because obviously the worker was a friend of a lot of the other people there. So.
Can you share if the worker was male, female, any information?
It was a
about
male, 49-year-old male. The suspect was 24 years old.
And are you allowed to share where they were stabbed, or?
I actually don't know. He was stabbed multiple times, but Lieutenant Berger may know. I don't know the specific.
Where on the body was
The upper body, chest, neck area.
Okay.
Is there like an argument between them? I mean,
We don't know. The original incident happened. They were inside the room. He was coming to get treatment. He was inside with the caregiver, and the caregiver came running out of the room after he got stabbed the first time. As he was chasing him, he did stab him other times before security was able to intervene and stop it. But there's a lot more that we're finding out. The investigation is ongoing, obviously, talking to employees and others inside, getting video, that thing.
did Did this person treat the patient before in the past? I mean, do you know if there
Yeah,
was
we
a
don't know
history?
all that information. We'll obviously have more information, and I'll put out a written press release later today. But this is just a very, very initial thing. Obviously, it's very new. We're just finishing up here at the scene. So.
And you don't know any condition. He was transported to
The hospital,
Which-
and he's being treated, and we don't know the status at this point, but the wounds were serious.
What was the person stabbed with?
A knife.
Thank you.
brought in by the perpetrator.
Yeah, we don't have that information yet. I mean, I don't know how. I would assume so, but I don't know.
So is this like counseling, or is it like a MD, like it was like a regular examination room? Need to like talk about what they do in here.
They provide health services. I don't know the full scope of everything that they provide. I mean, it's not a full hospital, but they do have doctors here that give medication out. They do counseling. They do health services. I mean, you'd have to talk to them at a later point, but they do give a gamut of medical services here in the community.
And you say they had security here that got the guy quickly, so that means security was on hand.
Security was on scene, yes.
Are they
But it's a
usually-
multi-story building, so they weren't right in the specific area where it happened, which is why it took a little while. But they did a great job in mitigating any further damage that the suspect might have done.
Where was the patient transported? Where was the patient transported?
He was, I believe, he was taken to Metro. I mean, it was a level 1 trauma. It would have been taken to Metro ultimately. So
And we noticed a whole bunch of people coming out all at once. Were they like?
that was the employees. He let the employees go for the day to, after they had a small debriefing and help, given whatever information we needed at the time. He let all the employees go.
You said the facility is closed down now for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I believe they're going to be closed probably for at least the next couple days at a minimum. But they'll have further information on the services and rescheduling patients and getting them to other facilities in case they need services and medication.
And do you have any information on the person who did the stabbing?
He's a 24-year-old white male.
Any history with him before? With you guys?
No.
Thank you.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Have a great
Thank
day.
you so much. Thank you. I gotta take those microphones back from you.
Oh, no, I'm leaving.
I was like, unless you want to take them with
Well,
you.
just for that, we're going to reach in your pocket and take your wallet.